What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap for the day. So, tough day for me. Still green, of course. Even on tough days, you got to do your best, right? So, up $275.65, but a tough day nonetheless. Now, I'm happy with this, right? My daily nut, as it has been called by Pat, is $270 a day, 270, 267, like that kind of area, because that's what a physiotherapist would make per day, right? So that's all I'm trying to do, really hit that. Try and really get more, but that's where I like to be at least. So the fact I'm there, even on a rough day like today, I'm stoked on it, right? So in terms of the positions I took, wowza, took a lot. Oh no, where'd it go? Here we go. Took a fair few positions, but what you will see when you're looking at this, right, I'm playing both sides. It's just Apple both sides, Netflix both sides, Square both sides. It's not like I'm trading a bunch of stocks and a bunch of different tickers I have to keep an eye on. It's all the same one. It's just at different times of the day. You know yourself, right? The market right now is exceptionally choppy. Super tough trader right now. I found myself getting all sorts of chopped up here in the middle of the day, or at the start of the day in this first kind of 30 minutes. Lots of signals, lots of craziness. So I'm going to get into the day, but I'm happy with that. Like, honestly, Amazon is the only. I mean, if we come back, sorry, I'll bring this over again. Amazon, I'm just not going to take this trade anymore. These washout longs don't work for me. I never get them. I do them every single day, and I always end up red first thing in the day. So I'm going to just cut that out. Like, if I didn't have that loss, I'd be up $400 on the day. Just unnecessary. Not going to do it anymore. No point. Finish. No more trading the first 5 minutes for me. Netflix here just got chopped up on it so bad, got all sorts of wicked out. This is a bunch of different trades, right? So this isn't one trade, but I was definitely oversized in the trades that I was in. So just battling Netflix a little bit there, which is just a bummer, but it's just the way it goes. Other than that, like the Square is whatever, and so I'm not bummed out, right? And plus, like I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but I went out last night with the boys for Halloween. So I woke up this morning with an exceptional headache. I got home at 7 a.m. and then I woke up at 11 and then I got ready to trade. So the fact that I can do that and still come out green is pretty dope for me. So we're just going to go ahead and get into some of these trades. So starting with the SPY, right? Held this open level, right? So it opened strong, but it was trapping people, trapping longs, trapping shorts, right? I was getting short things here. I was getting long things here. I was definitely long things here. So SPY was a tough one. Obviously, if we look at the end of the day, it looks like, oh, that was an easy read down. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. I traded in here, and I traded in here, and then I wasn't here for any of this. I took off right here at as soon as this broke, right here, I just left for the day because I was up. My nut had been a long day, and my head hurt still, so I didn't want to look at the screen anymore. So that's kind of all she wrote for that. But big day for the SPY. You know, if we go to the daily, gapped up really nicely, but then boom, right into that 9 EMA and flush. This thing. Yikes. So I think we still got a bit of time to go, man. If you guys have seen my video I was doing, this kind of 256 area is what I'm looking at specifically. I have alerts set for down there. For kind of a bigger bounce, a longer term bounce, because look, we're just actually going like straight down. Right, so if we can catch something on a break of a trend here, it's going to be, we should get a really nice squeeze right back up, because I'm sure people are way over leveraged on the short side right now, because the market's got no confidence, man, absolutely no confidence. So we'll start off with Amazon, first loser of the day. What I was looking at, the 5-minute chart. So I don't know why I did this. Well, I know it was a bad idea. So I was looking at this 1650 level from yesterday as kind of a pivot level, right? So kind of a sneaky kind of mid. So like you've got the bottom of the channel, right, top of the channel, but this level right here is what it was moving around like the entire way, right? So if I just throw that in here, yeah, right there. So right, comes up, projects, comes up, up, oh, climbs over, holds, under, holds, right, over holding. So I was looking for a wash to there and then a rip. I need to stop doing it, right? I'm just not going to do the trade anymore. I do it every day. I always lose. So I got long here, stopped out down here. That was basically it. So nothing else to say about that. I was hopeful because the SPY had been holding. So remember, this is just in the first couple minutes. So when the SPY was holding these levels, this green level, I thought we were going to get a nice pop. But you'll notice, even when the SPY popped, Amazon didn't really pop, man. Amazon was stuck under VWAP. And not only did Amazon not pop, almost nothing popped. It was like the SPY ripped off on its own and left everything else behind and then just got totally turned around. So anyway, that was my Amazon trade just up in here. Next, we'll go into Square. That's what I took next. Played both sides of Square. So first trade I took, break with low of this candle here, big old wick. Took it there. Kind of sluggish this morning, so I didn't pull profits here. Kind of got squeezed up here, and I took some off to a loss, just because I didn't want it just rip on me. I've already taken the loss on Amazon, and so I was being really careful with my trades. So took part of it off up here, took half of what I had left off down here, and then once I saw this hammer candle form, I got out for the rest. So my short, I was green, $60, and then I got long here on the break with that hammer candle. This candle is at the same time as these two candles, right? So it just seemed to be a good time to get long, but you'll notice even though the SPY ripped squared and I held it, I gave it a chance, you know, and unfortunately it just didn't manage to do it. Broke trend, got out, and that's all she wrote. Took a $57 loss, so nothing crazy. It wasn't oversized. Being very careful again because I had been down right off the bat on Amazon. Next, I'm going to put on Netflix. Netflix sucked for me all day long. I just couldn't get the feel for the stock. Like I said, I need to go back and look at charts because I'm obviously doing something wrong. So took it short here, right? Literally took it short here, flushed all the way down here, right? So that was a huge move. That was a 2.5 point move. I didn't take any partial. Popped up here, and I got out. I literally got out into VWAP because again, I thought the market was about to turn around and rip on me. I saw this candle. I was like, oh, great, this thing's going to take off. So I got out, and then it didn't, right? So I took a $21 loss there. A small loss again because I was being so careful because I was down on Amazon, right? So Amazon really fucks with my mentality for most of the day. You know, if I was seeing clearly on a fresh slate with no loss, I think I'd have been able to see the general trend was that the thing was going to dump today. So, but you know, whatever, it happens. So I did Netflix there, and then for the long, what did I do? Here we go. It was in this area here. I got all sorts of confused. So saw a hammer candle, got long here, got out at the break of the low here. But then it wicked, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a short, wick, but boom, hammer candle here, and I didn't want to short it because I thought we were only going to see kind of that 1 point move, so I didn't want to short here. It felt too weak, or overly weak, like it was just, I don't know. I just didn't want to short it there. Anyway, took it long again over the top of this, and then boom, lost here. Then I took it long over the top of this, and then I lost that as well. So I don't know. I just wasn't super stoked. But Netflix, you know, it's just one of those stocks where I'm going to have to take it off my list for a couple days probably and just try and get a feel for it again. So that's Amazon, Netflix, and Square. Let's go to Twitter. Twitter was a sick play. Super stoked on it, right? The market was kind of doing nothing, but Twitter was grinding up into this level that I had marked here, right? Pretty crucial level. So I saw it here, and I got long on the break of the high of that candle, and then I took a little bit off here because we're coming into resistance, and then I took most all of it off. I left 50 shares, and I took the rest off here at 33.60, with the exception of the 50 shares that I held because I knew we were coming to the top of the channel. I knew we were going to turn around. We did. So came back down here. What I should have done is put out an order to pick up more shares down in this area here. I had a stop for break even for my last 50. but I should have picked up shares here and recycled them and gotten a nice fill up there. In the end, my last 50 shares got stopped out over here. I wasn't around. I was grocery shopping at the time, so my stop just got hit, and my last 50 shares, I was done. So that's that. Apple, I'm going to put up next. On the other hand, I did a similar thing. So Apple here, I took this and I got long Apple on the break of this candle here to start the day, right? So long here. I think I took some off in here and then got stopped out, break even on the rest somewhere in this area. I think it was the lower low. Yeah, so I got stopped out literally right on this candle here. So, but then what I did see on Apple was I saw this wick, massive wick, got in here, average of 218.18, I think 218.19, and rode this thing down really nicely. So took some here, took some at the break of here, and then I let my last 50 shares, and I just left for the day, and I just kind of let it work out. By the time I got back, it was here. So I was like, man, I could have gotten out way down here, but I wasn't here, so whatever. So I was kind of waiting for it to come back and retest low of day, but then I saw this hammer candle and this big push here, and I thought to myself, okay, so it's got a trend, right? So let's see what happens when it comes back to retest. So came back down, retested trend, and we got this huge burst of volume. So I went ahead and I got out my short here, which, long term obviously ended up being not ideal, but for me at the time it was the right move, right? So got out my short and I waited and I saw this hammer candle right off of the trend, got long here with size, and took the rip, and I took 3/4 off right up here and stopped out the rest, break even over here. So that was sick. So that got me up 130, and then the Apple trade, the short down to here, got me up 270. So both good trades. Happy with those and kind of happy with how I managed them. And then kind of to finish the day, we had LB. This is just a basic top reversal. I got short here at the break of that low, risking off the highs. Again, I took not crazy size, but a bit of size, and I let this thing work for me down. Covered a bit too much up here, to be honest, so I didn't get the full move really, but covered some here and then some down here. So a bit here, and a bit here. Put me up nicely on the day. So at one point I was red $300 on the day, and then by the end of the day I was up $275. So remember, guys, if you trade, if you manage your risk well, it should only take 1 or 2 trades to ever put you back in the green. You should never be in a position where you've lost like hundreds and hundreds and you have no way to get back, So that's the day. Any questions, definitely hit me up tomorrow. I have no idea what's going to happen. This market is just insane. But I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take a step back. I'll be trading from class tomorrow, so I have to be careful when I'm in class because I can't monitor as much stuff. So I really need to sit back, see what's in front of me, and let the pattern develop. Because obviously, guys, once the market picks a direction, it goes all day, right? Like, look at this thing. High of day was at 10 o'clock. You could have shorted anywhere in here, and you would have never had to get out or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have never had any challenge to your entry. And the options on this stuff, guys, like Apple's options went through the roof on these moves down. So stoked. Hopefully going to try the options tomorrow again when I don't have a headache and I'm not hungover. But again, hopefully I'll be able to, being in class with only one screen. So yeah, guys, that's my recap. Let me know if you have any questions. Trade well, trade safe, and I will catch you all tomorrow.